Okay, wonderful.
Once this wild Cape parrot is back to full health, she'll be released. She's been suffering from cytokine beak and feather disease. Conservation biologist Steve Boys runs a project to save the Cape parrot from extinction and rebuild its populations. There are only 1,000 left in the wild. Beak and feather disease is highly contagious and represents a mortal danger to the species. When this bird was first brought in, she was in a very bad way.
She was very thin. She was in an awful condition. I'm surprised that she survived and that she's progressed as well as she has. To me, it's an absolute revelation.
This robust, strong-looking bird.
The virus makes the feathers fall off and the beak develop lesions. This patient could no longer fly and was stuck on the branch of a tree when Boys and his team came to the rescue. She remained in poor health for 1.5 years. Then Boys started to feed her and some other sick birds the species' favourite traditional food, the fruit of the yellowwood tree.
As soon as we started feeding them yellowwood fruits, after trying everything, we started to see the virus go down in their blood. So far that we couldn't even find it until we used a new technique and found it at very low levels. So this is the medicine for Cape parrots that is missing from their diet. So it's not just wonderful nutrition, it is a medicine for them.
Researchers here in Cape Town are also considering what effects climate change is having or could have on bird populations. How will vegetation and animal populations react if temperatures rise and rainfall drops? Germany's development agency, GIZ, is supporting the research.
You would need, I would say, at least another 2 degrees of temperature change and in the region of a 5 to 10% reduction in rainfall. You know, if you're looking at that kind of a scenario, that I would think is going to start having an adverse effect on Afromontane forests.
If their forest habitats are further reduced, the Cape parrots might be wiped out. Their food of choice is already hard to find because countless yellowwood trees, once very abundant, have been felled. This fine specimen is 1,000 years old. The forests were full of mature yellowwoods until the commercial loggers came.
Yellowwoods were part of the Industrial Revolution in South Africa. Millions of these trees were removed for railway sleepers and mining timber to send it underground. But today, yellowwood, because of its beautiful colour, is one of the most valuable timbers on earth.
A mature tree fetches 25,000 to 30,000 euros. Although the government has set limits on the number of trees that may be felled, illegal logging continues.
As you can see, with the sawdust still here, this is very recently logged. The leaves are still alive. Everything in the upper canopy is still alive. So this was in the last week. We have now lost another 200-year-old, 250-year-old yellowwood tree.
Though yellowwood fruit may be the perfect food and contain an antiviral agent, it's now scarce, and the birds have turned to acorns and pecans. But they contain toxins and too much fat and sugar. Cape parrots need cavities to breed in, but suitable natural cavities are in short supply now. So the Cape Parrot Project has put up hundreds of nesting boxes. Steve Boys checks to see if they're in good condition and can keep out the rain. The project is also planning to reforest large stretches of land with yellowwood trees. Then the parrot will once again have their perfect food, the year round. The Cape Parrot Project pays villagers to tend seedlings of yellowwood and other indigenous species, about €1 per tree, and more money to look after them later.
This project is very good for us as a community because when we get money out of this project, we buy things like chairs and tiles to make the community hall beautiful.
In this one valley, 10,000 trees have already been planted. There should be 1 million more to come.